My name's Rooney, and I'm an Irishman living in Finland, as you do. I'm married to a Colombian woman. I've got an English accent. It's all messed up. I was educated in the UK in Stockholm University, one of the first packaging design specialist programs. To me, packaging design is a discipline in its own right, and I know not a lot of people share that view. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about education, the knowledge gap, why is there so much crap packaging on our shelves. And from an engineering perspective, there's packaging works. Rarely does it fail us. But from a design, more desirable or needs or emotional level, it fails us. So I'm going to talk about that today. I want to say thank you for inviting me here. Lovely team of people have been looking after me, and also I had a presentation at Mid-Sweden University. And I think there's some really interesting things going on there. And there was lots of interesting things when I was senior lecturer at the Lahti Institute of Design going on. And now they're going on in Sweden. Finland is, in my opinion, is slightly falling behind the race. And you're going forward. And I think Mid-Sweden is something that you should be investing in, all companies. It's, I think it's the way forward, and I really try to push that in Finland. So I'm going to talk to you about knowledge gap, product crap, gap fillers with small toolboxes. We think we understand packaging, collaborative innovation, and joined-up packaging thinking. So they're the kind of things I'm going to be talking about. Knowledge gap, product crap. To put it into context, I'm one of about 3 packaging design lecturers in the world. And what I mean by that, of course there's lots of packaging design lecturers out there, but I'm the only packaging lecturer educated at master's level going back into educating and developing other packaging designers. There's only 3 of me in the world, which makes me pretty special. It won't last long. Packaging industry is the 3rd largest industry in the world. You could arguably say the industries that support it, or the industries that, that rely on it, petroleum, the food industry. These were statistics about 4 years ago when I was really keeping up what was happening in education. There's about 7 full-time packaging design degree programs in the world. And what I mean by that is teaching holistic packaging design. Not graphic design, not surface graphics, putting nice graphics on products that we've had since the 1940s, such as tin cans. I'm talking about product packaging innovation. So there's 7 in the world. We've got one of the largest industries and 7 degree programs. We've got about 3, maybe more now, master's programs. 1 in Mid-Sweden, Invest. I'll keep pushing that throughout this presentation, Invest. And probably about 250 students graduating each year in packaging design. Shocking, isn't it? It's not enough. We have some of the best engineers in the world. That's why packaging doesn't fail us. But we've got a serious lack of shortage of educated packaging designers. We need packaging designers to conceptualize new technologies. What I've noticed about Northern Europe is you love your research and education. I mean, you live for it. You love it. There's loads of it being pumped out. A lot of it going to waste as well. So there's lots of innovation out there. There's a lot of new technologies. But they're not being contextualized. So anyone can have an idea. But if it's not going anywhere, it's not of value. Why do we need packaging designers to integrate innovation? Bringing ideas together. Designers deal with wicked problems, social problems, technical problems, production problems on a daily basis. They're able to create unique consumer experiences. They can add serious brand value, and I'll show you that at the end, and differentiation. But probably the most important thing why we need packaging designers in one of the largest industries in the world is that they're wonderful facilitators. I can hold a conversation with nearly everyone in this room. And you probably, all of you couldn't probably hold a conversation with some of you because you've got your own cultures, your own languages. Engineers communicating one way, researchers are so into their own research, and all these other knowledges. But what designers have to do, they have to get in deep into these knowledges. They need to start communicating and translating this language and understanding these technologies for problems and opportunities. So for me, packaging designers are facilitators, and the best facilitators for our industry. Gap fillers with small boxes. Now, I don't mean to upset anyone, but remember, I've been in the industry 18 years. I've been looking at packaging for 18 years. So when I talk about the gap fillers, who's actually designing packaging? Non-packaging design specialists, that's who? What are small toolboxes? Lack of or out-of-date tools, methods, processes, and knowledges. One thing I was doing at the Larty Institute of Design was developing processes and methods specifically for packaging design. Nothing else. And we've got a huge amount of results there because of it. So advertising their agencies are only interested in the ad account. They don't give a shit about packaging. That's the truth. They don't care. They're interested in the ad account. Because that's where the money is. I can tell you now that packaging gets knocked out in about 2 or 3 minutes. So if we've got any buyers of design here, or if we've got any brand owners, your advertising agency will typically spend about 2 or 3 days on it. So if you're happy with your core product, given so much attention, keep doing it. Graphic design agencies. I call it polishing turds. Because that's what they're doing. They're designing graphics. And you know what? Some brand owners are signing off this artwork flat. And it's got to go on a structural piece of packaging. And then they say, I don't know why it doesn't work in the retail environment. I can't think why. I didn't foresee this happening. So there's these gaps in knowledge. Brand design agencies, and I've worked in some of the leading brand design consultancies in the world. And I've had wonderful experiences. They've got all their skills in-house. They've got everything we need. But designing in the wrong way, in my opinion. You know what happens? We've got insight over here and strategy. In this corner we'll have structural design, and in the other corner we'll have graphics. I'm not saying in all agencies, but in majority of ones I've worked in, and I've got students working in all the top ones now, the same behaviour's there, the same culture. They're developing the product at the same time, but not at the same time. They'll have a few meetings and conversations which direction we're going, but they're not sitting down alongside each other and bringing those elements together. And another thing, brand design agencies, there's a few good ones out there. I think 9 are doing some really interesting things in Sweden, so we should be looking out for them. But most of them don't appreciate the packaging value chain. And in my opinion, that's where innovation stops and starts. Innovation of what the machines can do. If the machines aren't going to be invested, or new machines for 15 years, then we've got to exploit what they can do or what they can't do. So we've got to start bullying the engineers. And at the other end, we've got human behaviour. And we've got to then come in the middle and produce something that's relevant. And they're not all looking at behaviour, product, environment, or communication. And that's how you get innovation in our field. You understand behaviour, you understand the product. When I talk about the product, we've got history with products, you know? Understanding the environment. And when I talk about environment, I should really put an S on there, because I'm talking about environment. Packaging has to work, on average, on about 7 to 10 different environments going through the logistics system. And then in the retail environment, and then the consumer's home, and then in the bin, and then in the landfill, and I can go on and on and on about all these environments. Marketing only cares about the retail, the 3 seconds. And we've been thinking about packaging this way for far too long. One experience. Consumers don't divide their consuming experiences into three things. If I go and purchase a Nokia phone, I don't go, well, the service was crap, I really like the packaging, the products let me down. We don't do it, do we? It's all one thing. I've had loads of problems with Nokia. I've been telling Finns how shit Nokia is. It's so good. It's been a lovely, lovely experience to be telling them that. So packaging design should be at the forefront of product development. It should be at the forefront of research. It should be integral to research. For me, design is research. And anyone wants to talk about that or debate that, we can have a long session on it, because that's my favourite subject. So packaging can't be an afterthought, but it is. We bring packaging designers and creative people right at the end. Hey, we've got a shit product, now package it. That's what we do, right? We think we understand packaging. My grandma thinks she understands packaging because she uses it. If you have a conversation with anyone about packaging, they're an expert all of a sudden. And that's cool. And that's because it's such a cultural manifestation. It's that extension of our hands as human beings. That's what it is. So of course we're all experts. So we think we understand packaging. But if we understood packaging, surely marketing would understand that it's the only marketing medium, that gets invited into our homes. Invited. Name another marketing medium that gets invited into your home.
Facebook.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you do say invite it. But you don't bring it over the door though, do you? It's just there. So that's something to think about. It gets invited into our home and into the most intimate parts. L'Oreal has seen me naked more than my wife. It's true. It's true. Think about it. And consumers, we don't really understand how close we are to packaging. My tomato ketchup bottle has lasted longer than my last relationship. Saucy little devil, hanging around, waiting for me to break up with my wife. But it has. I've had that product for... been married a short time. It's been a couple of years since I've had that bottle. I rarely use it often. But it's still there in my home. That's what I'm talking about. We live with these products. We live with these products in our environment. How many people have telephone boxes in their home? Come on, be honest. You have telephone, mobile phone boxes. They're in your cupboards at home, right? Why? I said to Nokia, I gave a presentation to the worldwide Nokia team. And I said, once you realise why people are keeping those boxes longer than your products. It's a good point, right? I've got boxes that have lasted longer than all my Nokia phones. Missed opportunity. Packaging is the only marketing medium that can touch all human senses. We've even got sound branding. I can have my back to you and someone could open a tube of Pringles, and I know it's Pringles. Hey? That's exciting. And remember the Mars bar that cracked? Remember that? I was in Sweden maybe a year and a half ago. And I had my back, and it was a real crack. I was like, what is that? And it's a Mars bar. And they did it with the sneaker. I think they made a mistake because I think Sneakers is the crack, is the bad boy of the two, Mars bar's a bit of a boy next door chocolate bar. Sneaker is the bad boy, a little bit nutty, a bit naughty. They missed an opportunity. They put it with both. So it's one of the most tangible brand experiences we can have. The most tangible brand experiences we can have. And we're not investing in it. It's an afterthought. It's low on the marketing budget. We don't understand it. It's too complex. Or we think we understand it, but we don't. Collaborative innovation. Now, we were working with Nestle in the UK. And we think collaborative innovation is going to save us. And I think it will as well. I think it will help things. You Swedes talk a lot. I like it. You might notice after the break, if you talk to me, I talk a lot too. Finns don't like talking. I irritate them apparently. So we go into these organisations and they've got lots of collaborative innovation kind of programs set up. But you'll be amazed when you go into these big companies how the chocolatier, the production engineer, the food technologist who might be developing Kit Kat have never really had a conversation before, or haven't looked at the opportunities. Collaborative innovation isn't a new idea. Collective brain, culture, trade, interchangeable ideas, cross-fertilization of ideas, incremental technology processes and developments based upon ideas. Well, it's trade. We've been trading for a long time. Trade is older than farming. So we have been having collaborative innovation. What we've got is we've got to the point where, as Matt Ridley says, nobody knows how to make a pencil. And I make an argument, no one knows how to design packaging. I'd go that far. No one's got a real appreciation of the packaging value chain. Who could design a piece of packaging from scratch by themselves here? I'll move quickly because I'm being pressured. So joined up packaging thinking, Canaston Bakery, just a really quick one. We designed this product and it had to be automated if it was successful, but if it wasn't, it was going to be hand packed, which caused loads of issues. They brought this cookie, it tasted awful. Awful. Looked like every other cookie. We want the best cookie in Finland. Not on your life. Get the food technologists in, let's get some tasting going on. Let's develop a product that functions differently. So we started doing product development with them and developed a cookie that breaks. And we developed this product and it led to the graphic idea and the brand. And we were able to achieve all of this because we understood the packaging value chain. I've got a team of packaging design experts. I've got more packaging design experts or packaging designers in my team than the whole of Nestle. And it's won awards for Best Product of the Year, graphic design, big graphic design awards in Finland, Beverage and Food Awards, Innovation for Luxury, environmental optimization, and Global Brand Awards. Zero advertising. 6 national and international awards and counting. Increase in orders currently up 200%. Projected sales figures after 12 months, 400%. Increase in demand up 800%. It's time to wake up. We need packaging designers. Invest in Mid-Sweden University. They're paying me to say this. So we need joined up packaging thinking. That's what I've got to say. Thank you.
Thank you.